But in index terms, the big development has been the growth of China in the indices, and that's partly because they've included some of the ADRs. There's also been a lot of IPOs. I suppose the other market that's grown in size has been India, and that's an important market, increasingly important and interesting market. But you've still got good weightings in Hong Kong, Singapore, across ASEAN. And I think one of the attractions of the index and the universe we operate in is actually how diverse it is. I always find that a difficult question because it invites just two opportunities. I have a portfolio of 55, 60 stocks, a lot of different sub-themes to that. I think India is a very interesting market. I think selectively in China, but not necessarily the state-owned enterprises. I still think some of the old asset stocks in Hong Kong, they're very well-run companies, conservatively run, good balance sheets, good scope for raising dividends. In ASEAN, I think Indonesia is probably the most interesting market. We don't have that much at the moment, simply from a valuations point of view. And I wouldn't write off the industrial and IT hardware areas of Asia. They're still very strong companies and can operate in a relatively deflationary environment. Well, I think in terms of the challenges facing Asian economies, the ones I talked about in the previous talk. I think deflation is a factor for the region. Demographics are less helpful in many of these markets. You have got a difficult trade environment, and it remains to be seen what happens in terms of policy in the US. And there's a lot of disruption. There are a lot of big industries who are facing some real challenges in terms of the way they do business. The flip side to that is there are plenty of companies in Asia who can exploit that. And I think companies have a resilience and balance sheet and focus that can see them through it. Well, I think all companies we buy, we like to feel some growth there. We don't necessarily need to be extreme. And then it's a matter of whether we're paying, if you like, the wrong price for it. So if we see good upside. But they tend to be companies very much in businesses where we feel there is some sustainability. We do tend towards companies that actually do generate a higher return on invested capital compared to their cost of capital. And for us, management is very important. So transparency, shareholder focus, we won't compromise on that in terms of quality.